Hello, everyone, and well, welcome to chapter 33. Yes, 33, which I'm going to call Almost. And this is the last Thoughts of a Busy Mind, and I am your host, Ali. Uh, why almost? It's actually something incredibly specific. There is this comedian named Martin Short. I don't think I really need to, introduce him, but it took a long time for me to get to know him, so I think, well, why not? He's a great comedian, by the way. He was in the movie Three Amigos and a bunch of other stuff. In some of his interviews, the one that I remember specifically is the serious jibber jabber with Conan O'Brien. He says on his tombstone they should write the word almost. And it's such a grotesquely funny thing that it stuck with me. So I'm going to name this episode Almost. My drink today is orange syrup and water. I actually had a glass here that I used to drink out of. It's a metal glass. I think it's copper. Not sure. It it doesn't really taste good coming out of it, so I changed it on. Well, tonight I'm going to do the bottle. I do have a glass. Uh, well, it's a glass made of glass here and glass cup, I think. But yeah, I'm just going to do the bottle tonight. Anyways, why almost? The stupid thing is, I have a test in about a month. It's concours, which is sort of like SATs, and it determines whether will I study my masters or if I even get to be eligible to study my masters. Problem is, I haven't studied for it. I don't think I have ADHD. I've never been diagnosed of having ADHD, and there are a lot of behavioral aspects of ADHD that I don't suffer from. But whenever I sit to study something that doesn't interest me deeply, I can't do it. I get bored. I look at it, I feel like I'm reading it, but my mind is just somewhere else entirely. Not the best experience, to be honest. But yeah. And even when I did my first concours, first SAT stuff, which determined where will I study for my bachelor's degree, which I recently got. And it takes 4 years normally, but it took me 6 years. One of them is COVID, though it doesn't count. But yeah, as I was doing that first one, I didn't study for that one either. And the reason I got to study what I wanted was because we had English questions and I scored 100% on it. I have 30% then. And there is a new one that I have to do in a month, basically, probably less than that. And in order to assess myself, evaluate my knowledge of the material, I have gotten the questions for this test for the last 5 years. And I thought, well, I do them and I see where I stand in general and what should I work on. I did that around Monday. I still haven't gotten around to do it. It's 1 a.m. on Friday. Not because I was busy and all of that. I was kind of busy. I had a podcast with my friend Ami Reza, Yasp, which you can find if you search for it on your podcast platform of choice. Wherever you're listening to this, if you search for Yasp, you can probably find it. Yasp, YASP. And I was editing the new episode of that, which will come out today also in, I think, around 20 hours. Or, no, 19 hours it will be published. So I was working on that. But even I don't buy that bullshit as, yeah, I was working on it and I couldn't study. I couldn't do the tests. I think I'm postponing it because truth of the matter is, throughout my academic pursuits, let's say that, nothing describes me as good as the aforementioned Martin Short anecdote. Almost. I've never been the top of my class, but I've almost been there. And the weird part is I get to be almost without studying, without doing the work. I get to be almost. Now you can imagine where I can be if I actually did study. I probably would have gotten the highest of accolades. Probably. It's a wishful thinking thing. But maybe I wouldn't. And that's what I want to talk about. Maybe the reason I'm almost there is because if I don't work and I get almost there, I get to live in this fantasy that, ooh, I'm smart. But if I study and I don't get to be there, it means this is as best as I can do. It's a defense mechanism in the same way that I just assume people don't like me from the get-go. Like, you don't like me. And then if they don't like me, I'm like, oh, I knew that. It's really stupid, isn't it? Can't argue with that. It's incredibly stupid. But yeah. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. It's cold, so it's actually really refreshing. I love it. But yeah, believe it or not, that's all I wanted to talk about. My stupid brain trying its goddamn best to keep me at bay. To save itself, basically. Maybe I am dumb. I mean, I never claimed to be the smartest guy alive. I mean, I never claimed to be the dumbest guy alive either. But maybe I am dumb. I'm just plain stupid. I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. It's actually very likely. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, I never did the work to see if I'm actually dumb or I'm just lazy. But the weird thing is, as I said, it's like without studying, without giving the work in many of the projects I've done, including this one. This one is a miserable showcase of my lack of proper advertising as well as lack of effort in creating an audio journal. It's not edited, it's not anything. But even doing all of this, I've gotten results, which makes me afraid. A while ago, like, I think it's season 2. I don't remember the exact chapter. Let me look it up as I'm trying my damnedest to... it's chapter 27. chapter 27 is called Imposter, and in it I talk about the imposter syndrome. And sorry for the clicking, it's my mouse. And I talk about imposter syndrome and how I feel like an imposter because I think I'm not deserving of the good things people have told me. I get incredibly, and I do mean incredibly, uncomfortable whenever someone pays me a compliment. It's like, you don't mean that, you don't mean that. But sometimes they do, and yeah, at the same time I'm incredibly proud of myself. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And the thing is, with being almost there, I've gotten results. I've gotten to the university I wanted without studying much, and I studied the major that I wanted to, cinema. I've done stuff that made people laugh, and I've wrote stuff that I am actually kind of proud of. I think everything I've done has been almost there. It's not perfect, but it's almost there. And I'm kind of thinking about the song from Princess and Frog. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Another one of the things is actually this. I want to go to a vocal coach and at least learn how to sing or even play an instrument. I was thinking I wouldn't hate to learn how to play the guitar, mainly because I want to post pictures of myself with my guitar. And so I remember this very stupid, incredibly hilarious bit from Jeremy Irons. It was in a Canadian talk show, and he talks about how having a guitar is the best way to get a girl to come and sit and talk with you. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah. But I never did because I'm feeling, well, if I do go to them, first of all, I'm lazy. I'm lazy as fuck. But if I go to them and I fail, then I don't have that idea that I could have done it. Because I did and I failed. The same thing is sort of happening on YouTube. I'm doing the show. This podcast is the iCrafter show. The second episode recently come out, and I'm like, it's good. I'm having fun. I like what I'm doing, but at the same time, if I haven't done that, I would have had the idea in my head that it's bigger than it is. It's not the worst. I mean, 33 views for a show that I sucked at advertising. I just posted it on Reddit. And, yeah. Anyways, I've been talking for 14 minutes and I don't really have anything else to say. I've changed the intensity of the microphone on this one, so do tell me if it's better or not in comparison to the other ones. There are a lot of ways you can reach me. As I usually say, you can send me a message on Anchor, but sorry. If you don't want to do that, you can email me at contactakhamseh88@gmail.com. It's a new email I built just for people to contact me. And I will post it in the description of this show too. In fact, let me just write it down on a piece of paper so I don't forget. I'm just killing time at this point. Add the contact email to the description of the episode. Great. But yeah, my whole life, my academic life, as well as other aspects of my life, has been a big, giant almost. Just almost there. Just almost. And I know the biggest thing, the biggest antithesis to whatever I've said right now is just try. Try harder. But you have to be in my brain, which is something I don't wish upon you. It's a mess up there. And add that to the other mental disorders I have, my troubling life so far, and the fact that I don't work harder is as much of a paradox in and of itself than it is. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Basically, the fact that if I work harder and I lose again, it's basically game over. Like, I'm done at that point. I can't be anything else. On other news, though, just 3 minutes, let's change the subject abruptly. Aircrafter, as I said, is going up. I am rereading American Gods for something. I will say it when it comes out. Oh, I already did on this podcast. The AK88 Studios channel, which is my main one, which I did born in quarantine now. I will do some stuff for that pretty soon. Even though I have the test, I will take it pretty soon, and I see if I need to study or not. If I don't, I will get back on AK88, and Aircrafter is doing okay-ish, I guess, for a show that I really botched the advertising of. I think I'm unlikable. Do tell me this. Am I unlikable in general? Like, if you're listening to me, and if you're seeing me, if you're on YouTube, you have already saw me, or if you're my friend and you just see me, or you're an acquaintance and you just see me. Am I an unlikable guy? And be incredibly honest with me. I want to know. Am I unlikable? In my mannerism, in how I talk, in all of that. I want to know. Because it's one of those things that it's like, what do they say? You go around your whole life not knowing you're an idiot or an asshole. And I don't want to be that guy. I want to know. So I'm asking, am I unlikable? Is it just the fact that whatever I do, I'm failing on in terms of public, because people are just turned off by seeing me or hearing me? I'll have to know that. And Aircrafter, the next project, is so big, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope to do it soon. And then I actually have an idea for a little train piece, a crafting project. I want to build a Zeppelin. In the same vein as Warlock's Armory, Stotson Studios, and Blackmagic Craft, and I'm hoping to do it soon. So yeah, thank you for listening to me. I don't have much left. Do send me a message on Anchor. If you're on YouTube, do comment. and like and share. Just, engage with my fucking content so it can go up. See you soon.